Welcome back to the channel, folks. Mr. H here for a review roundup, I guess, or the first reaction reviews of Pet Sematary. So it screened at South by Southwest and premiered there last night, and all of the reviews are coming in over on Twitter. So they're very brief reviews, first reactions. They're kind of vague here and there, but what I like to do for films which I'm personally excited about is take a look at them, bring them to you, and then we'll just discuss it, really. Take it all with a pinch of salt. You know, they are literally just first reactions. So what was said was Eric Davies, Pet Sematary delivers a solid sense of dread from start to finish. It earns its well-timed jump scares, and terrific sound design and gnarly effects add extra layers of creepy. I think King fans will dig it. Move over, Goose. It's Church's turn. Personally, that's an interesting one. Sound design is a really, really interesting thing to point out. Seldom do reviewers point out sound design these days. So for someone to point out the sound design on Pet Sematary, I'd probably say that that's a really, really good sound design then, because it's very rare for people to point out sound design. So Perry Nemiroff stated that Pet Sematary is vicious, and she loved it. It's super brutal visuals, and was thrilled to see Widmeyer and Kolsch fully embrace the deeply unsettling themes of mortality from the book. And wow, Jet, Lawrence, they really pushed it with this adaptation, and it worked for me big time. Kevin L. Lee wrote, Sigh. Pet Sematary is very average. Good acting, sound design, and production value, but it's never scary enough, never tense enough. Once the horror stuff really kicks in, it's pretty much over. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wanted more out of this. Now that's interesting because, you know, I don't really look at Stephen King films and say, oh, they're going to be super scary anyway. You look at things like It. It's not a scary film. You know, there's some jump scares in it and things like this, but ultimately it's a clown running about that can shapeshift and do illusions and things. It's not scary for adults. So I never looked at Pet Sematary as being scary. I look at Pet Sematary, and my hope for the film is that it just would be, you know, a good horror film, i.e. I jump a little bit here and there, but I'm not going to shit my pants in fear. Because you're an adult these days, these things seldom scare you anyway. So I'm a bit surprised by that, but again, it's good to get a broad spectrum of reviews here. We have Chris Evangelista wrote, Pet Sematary is an effing blast. Holy shit, I'm giddy right now. One of the best King adaptations to date. Preston Barter wrote, Pet Sematary, holy hell. Not only does it greatly improve upon the original film, but it managed to reach Kubrick Shining level heights. I was terrified, blown away, and impressed. I would say, you know, being compared to Kubrick, probably a stretch too far, but interesting to see nonetheless. We have Caleb Masters wrote, Pet Sematary. This adaptation of Stephen King's novel makes for an undeniably fun popcorn horror flick. That said, even with slicker 2019 production values, a sharper script, and a couple of neat twists, it hits the beats in surprisingly similar manner as the first film. Well, look, I would say that's unsurprising. It is an adaptation of the same book as the first film was, so I would say, you know, ultimately some of it has to be the same. You tread a really fine line of pleasing fans, but then also giving something new to an audience. So it's really quite difficult to tread that line and come out on top with everyone being happy. I would say that this is one of those ones where you can kind of forgive it, but again, I haven't seen the film, so we'll see. Rafael Motomeo wrote, Pet Sematary is a hoot and a half. Super dark, twisted, gory, and surprisingly funny. More of a dark comedy than the original movie, and it all works once the effed up third act kicks in. The cast is fantastic. Jetta Lawrence is a revelation. What a way to end. Good. I mean, that's as much as I'm going to kind of cover on this review roundup. For me, it's a movie which I'm definitely looking forward to. Take all of this with a pinch of salt, like I said at the start. It is what it is. These reviews are just reviews. If you follow these people and you like what their opinions are normally, then, you know, align yourselves with them. It's fine. For me, it's an adaptation of the same book as the first one being adapted. So I would imagine some of the beats would be the same. Because again, as I said, you're treading a fine line of pleasing fans of the source material, whilst also pleasing fans of horror in general. The fact that it's not scary to some people's spectrum of fear, again, is super unsurprising. I wouldn't have imagined it would have been. But overall, it sounds like it's good. You know, you've got people very, very impressed by the sound design. Again, something which is seldom picked up on by movie reviewers. So if someone is picking up on that, to me, it would sound like they're really, really onto something there. A lot of people said that there's some great jump scares, and just overall, really, really decent. So I'm happy with this. I cannot wait for this film to be released. There's a few good horror films on the roster this year, so I'm excited. Guys, what do you think about this? Are you excited for Pet Sematary? Let me know down below in the comments section. As always, if you're new here, hit subscribe. Stay up to date on all the world of pop culture and movie news by smashing that bell notification icon. For returning subscribers, I'm going to plug my merch now. I have a merchandise link for the Call of Cthulhu line. It's not going to be up there long, about a month. So grab your merch, support your boy, and rock an awesome design. The link down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Mr. H. Take care.